Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're great. I hope you're having fun. Thank you for being here in this video. This is another video, and we're gonna be covering basically that big question that we have or that everybody has whenever it's starting in this like DJ world. So that question is basically it: what's the difference between remix, a bootleg version, and a mashup? So the answer is really simple. However, there are really trick differences between all of them, and we're gonna be addressing that. So quick reminder, if you are liking this series of videos and if you're liking my content, please don't forget to leave me a comment if you want to see any other type of content, or you want to address any type of doubt or anything. Please don't forget to leave it in the comments. Please like and subscribe to all my social media, and please don't forget to listen to all my music in all the media platforms that we already have. So thank you very much, and I'm Guiance. Let's start with it. Okay, perfect. So what's the difference between remix, bootleg, and a mashup? That answer is really quick to give, but there are really little differences between all of them that it's really important to consider so we can differentiate between one another, right? So we're gonna start with the first one, remix. So what's the remix? Basically, the remix is like as its name says, a remix version from the original version of the song that basically counts with all the approvals and all the proper validations from the original artist, a record label, or the author of that specific original song. No, so the remix version, the prime difference that we may have here is basically that we have all those approvals and we are in the capacity that we can monetize with that specific version, and that also, as we already have the approval from the original artist, that original artist is also being, or it's also gonna be including that remix version into their catalog, right? So you can basically expand your scope of listeners as well, and also monetize at the end. No, that leaves me with the second term. So what's the second term about the bootleg, right? So the bootleg is basically another remix from the original version, or another kind of remix from the original version, but the prime difference is the one that we already mentioned, or the ones that we already mentioned with the remix, that basically the bootleg version doesn't count with the proper approvals, validation, and confirmation from the artist, record label, or the owner of that original song, and by that we are not able to monetize with that type of version, right? So please be really aware in here that it's not really recommendable that you start monetizing with a bootleg version. Please, let's not monetize with the bootleg, because there are lawsuits that are, I know that they charge you millions now to just monetize with that. And imagine if that remix is so good that the original version is not really being listened that much as the bootleg like remix, right? It's preferable just to do not monetize. You can post it, yeah, in your socials, no problem. However, please do not monetize in order to avoid future lawsuits or any kind of legal stuff there, no? Just keep it in mind. And well, this let us pass basically to the last version, the mashup. Basically, the mashup, what it means is that, how can I say it? Basically, the mashup is a arrangement or a mix, or I will say like a collage, basically, of 2 or up to 5 different songs in one specific song or in one specific project or item, right? So these ones are really used in the scene. I really encourage you that if you are a DJ or if you are a music producer, you start doing some mashups of your own, because this is gonna be leading you to know your specific tone, your specific type of versions, your specific type of differentiators at the time you're producing, And it's a lot of fun to create a mashup, or just to be willing to create mashups, right? And this is gonna be leaving you or giving you an added value as a DJ, because if you have a really good mashup that the people really like, that's your mashup, that's your version, and nobody has it, right? So that's why it's really fun to play with mashups. However, I think we can cover that in another video where I can show you how to do a mashup, what are the possibilities, how you can manage that type of items to be done, and basically, yeah. But keep in mind, a mashup is really good also when you're playing, just to have it like in your music catalog. It's really cool, it's really useful, and also it's a really good practice in the music scene. It's really nice, so keep it in mind. Those are the three differences between remix, bootleg, and mashup, basically. Just to wrap up, let's make a conclusion of what we said right now. Basically, the remix, it's basically a remix of the original version of that song that basically has the proper approvals, validation from the original artist or like record label or the owner of that specific original song. The bootleg doesn't really has the proper validation, approvals, and confirmation from the artist, record label, or the owner of that song, and it's really highly recommendable not to monetize with this type of version in order to avoid legal issues or legal claims. And the mashup is basically an arrangement or like a collage that involves two or more songs in one specific song or project. Now, so guys, thank you much for being here. I really liked for you watching my videos. I'm really humble for that, and you're liking it. So if you want me to talk about any specific other item or any specific topic, please leave it in the comments. If you have any doubt, please leave it in the comments. I'm more than happy to interact with you. That makes me a lot happy. I'm having fun as that. And please don't forget to subscribe, give a like, and follow me in my other socials so we can interact as well in those runs as well. Thank you very much. I'm Guiance. See you next time.